The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 28, Nasdaq's up 28, S&Ps are up 29, gold contract up $23, trading $17.75. You get silver up 29 cents, $18.14 an ounce. Light sweet crude flat, $39.69 a barrel. Notes and bonds. We have the 10-year right now up 3 ticks, trading 138.28. The 30-year up a half a point or 18 ticks at 177.27. King dollar's down 470 ticks, trading 97.153. The euro is at 112. The yen is at 106.83, and the British pound is at 124 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Monday morning, man. We got a lot of green across the board there. One of the things interesting, right? That acceleration in between 4 and 4:15 on Friday, kind of skewing things a bit, because technically the future's up 32 points, but really all they've done is make back where we were at 4 o'clock on Friday, where you have S&P cash within 3 points of where it closed at 4 o'clock on Friday.
That point that Tommy's making, folks, it's a monster, and you don't see it happen a lot. And if you're waking up this morning and you wonder why short positions inside the S&P are actually higher equity-wise and the futures are up 23, that was all about. And isn't that wild when that happens? And what
it
that,
sure is.
Yeah, and what that was, folks, okay, is that the futures open at 4:15. Equities closed at 4 on Friday. They started tumbling at 10 or 4, and they just didn't stop. They went down another 22 points between 4 and 4:15. So when we were up, 23 this morning, we weren't up in the equity market.
Right. You just got back to basically 4 o'clock. I mean, I got the chart up here, man. The bars, the 2 bars, the 345 bar, we started basically at 3,100. And then we closed it out at 3,084, so you dropped 16 points in the final 15 minutes to 4 o'clock. And then there's your 4 o'clock bar, where we actually dropped almost 30 points, 25, 30 points, to finish out the session at about 3,060 when we were trading at 3,100, and really we closed out at 3,084.
Right, and it's really important, folks, to understand technically how these markets are set up. Because I was really surprised, Tom, this morning when I was just coming in, right?
Yes.
On the Bloomberg, right? I was listening to Bloomberg on the way in, and they were in shock that the markets basically were down on the open. I says, that's sad that someone's not paying attention to how the futures close in general. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because what happens, sorry about that, folks, what happens in general is that if you're in front of the screens when that happens, you've got to be aware of that. It was one of the first things I brought up this morning, because I says, this is really intriguing how this is shaking out, man. So
yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so we're basically back to like the end of the day Friday, right? In the beginning of the day, we're still 50 S&P points from where we were on Friday morning.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And if we go over to the gold contract, so gold's going to make the run, folks. It's making the run right now. You have a small confirmed ABC structure on the way up intraday out here, okay? Not intraday. It needs 204,000 contracts, and I suspect we're going to go right after these highs. So if we take a look at the last high, 205,000 contracts. We're at 151 right now. So you have a larger ABC structure up that basically has been in play since April 7th. That's a complex ABC. Bottom line, you blew away highs. You did it with volume. Getting the consolidation. Now, what we've just done this morning, we've taken this little B point out of a small ABC up. Now, the price projection there is 1801, now, which is pretty cool because the high is 1789. So it looks to me like game's on right now. If you look at any of the equities, it's going to be the same thing. So as we approach those numbers, the real bottom line is that are we going to make it or break it? And so it's going to be pretty cool watching this shake out.
Within $10 of those recent all-time highs, man. Yes. Big level right up in that area.
It is. And it's been, over a 3-month consolidation. It's almost 3.5 months.
Yes.
And the dollar's giving it up today. So we'll see if that's the case. I mean, we had the dollar bouncing from, the 10th of June, got to a little higher high today, but then just gave up today's trading as well as Friday's. So we'll see where that baby is going to shake out.
And the strength continues, man, in terms of Apple's up 1.6% right now. You have Microsoft up 1.2% right now. Well, both of those companies inching towards their all-time highs that they put up on Friday.
Yeah, and, Apple, folks, okay, it's going to make another all-time high today. The all-time high was Friday, 356.56. We hit 355.59. There's no reason that it can't go talk to its friends up there.
That's right, man.
I'm telling you.
Wild.
Yeah, big numbers. There's no doubt about it. The 10-year, you'll take a look at this 10-year, you're probably down at, 0.60 or something?
0.68, I think.
0.67. Yeah.
Okay.
Some of the higher volume equities that we have out here today, you got American. They're pushing out more paper. They're kicking off, I think, $2 billion. Is it $2 billion they're kicking out? So that's down 87 cents. Let's see what they're kicking out. Ooh, they got $2 billion in junk bonds. Let's see what else they got here.
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to raise $3.5 billion in new financing. They're selling $750 million in shares, so there's a dilution there.
Yep.
They're same amount in senior convertible notes due 2025. So that means that's $1.5 billion in dilution. Then, in addition, the carry's going to offer $1.5 billion in senior notes, and it would enter another $500 million. Yeah, so $1.5 billion. So then, so they're doing they're doing 1.5 in equity, 1.5 in debt, and then another $500 million in a revolver
Looks
term
like
loan. Yeah. I'd love to know. We'll find out a little bit later when this thing comes out of what they have to pay interest-wise on that debt.
Yeah, and it's a lot of money, man, but they need a lot of money the way those airlines. I mean, I put up, let me try and find, I had one of those articles that had the 5 charts that we're talking about. Yeah, and so this was kind of cool, and CNBC had done it before. Home purchases, one of the strongest charts in this, just as we're jumping around here. We can jump, home sales existing in May, a tough one, I guess, just coming out at 10 o'clock as we came on the air.
Yes.
But I want to get over to the number for air travel, man, because this, again, check out that chart of air travel right now. And you talk about a slow acceleration. It's going to take a while, man, at 80% still down to get anywhere near back normal. I mean, you look at anything, right? You look at hotel occupancy rate. We're coming back to pre-COVID levels almost, right? You look at, even restaurant bookings, we're back to a 60% decline versus air travel, we're at 80+% decline. So those airlines, man, just tough.
Yeah. And, between the airlines and the hotels, you have to be forward looking almost like 6 months now, because I know Nico was going to, him and Elling were going to a big convention.
Okay.
And this was all the way in the middle of August. So it was 2 months from now.
Cool.
Just less than 2 months. It was like August 15th or something. And it just got kiboshed last week.
Yeah, that was
There was going to be 650 people there. Picture this, folks. So 650 people, first off, not in the hotel. Then the 650 people getting there.
Right. All the money they're spending at restaurants, all the, just buying stuff, all that stuff. Yeah, huge.
No doubt. Dow Industrials right now up 64, Nasdaq's up 39, S&P's up 34. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 50, Nasdaq's up 40, S&Ps are up 33. And let's go check out GE. This is pretty wild, folks, what's happening with GE right now. So you talk about a long-term relationship that is ending. Well, I don't think I've quite ever seen something that's so long. And over the course of years, GE, bottom line, has paid some big fines for cooking their books. So GE's ending their 111-year relationship with KPMG. That's their auditors. That's the real bottom line. So we'll see how these new audits are taking place, but that's pretty intense. That's 100. Imagine if you have the same auditor 111 years, and then you're going to have someone new come in trying to take control of just what is on their balance sheet. So this will be wild, watching this thing shake out. You there, Tom?
Can you hear me? I don't think they got me up.
I couldn't hear you. No.
There we go. I was trying to add to that conversation. Maybe I was just saying 1909, man, it's crazy. 1909 to have a relationship with an auditor of all things. But it's not supposed to be a big deal where you have to worry about your next auditor saying that what you're doing is not allowed, right? So if that's the case, then it would be a good thing for their investors in the long run, at least, that you have somebody else come in there and get a fresh set of eyes on the books and make sure they are legit, man. Because you've been talking about for a long time, man. Who knows when the end of those books is going to get squared?
We'll be talking about this, I bet, another 2 or 3 years. It takes that long, folks, especially when you have so many companies under GE, and what they're all going to be looking for is that where was everything filed, meaning did they really make what they said they were making along the way, when in fact, if they didn't put depreciation in there or whatever, there's a million different things that you can put in legally, folks, okay?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that they have problems. They still have problems.
And what happens is you can do it legally, right? But it needs to be defensible, as in there's certain lines that it needs to be reasonable, and that's where financial crimes are often so hard to prove, man, because everything it becomes a gray area, and there is a lot of gray area, right? What do you mark to market in real estate values for? One of the biggest ones, right? But guess what? There's a lot of ambiguity because it's very, very tough to do until you actually sell it in the market. But then there comes a point when you can market to a point that becomes almost criminal. That it's not reasonable.
The one thing that blows my mind, folks, that is legal, right? I don't quite understand this, because picture that we all have a business right now, and then we're wholesalers. Then we have someone that's in the middle, okay, and then they're selling, to basically all the retail. What is legal is that, so me and you had the business, Tom, right?
Yes.
We're manufacturers. We send to our distributors, right?
Yes.
We have the choice whether to say that that's a sale or not a sale, even though we don't get paid for it until they sell it. So that has been always, when the frauds do take place, folks, a lot of it happens right in that middle right there. That if we said that the sale's taking place, because you can legally do it as long as it's disclosing the thing, that as soon as you go to distribute, the sale's taking place. Well, what ends up happening, folks, is that middle gets bloated. And then when push comes to shove, even though the distributor's saying to you, hey, man, I can't even sell what you have. What do you keep sending me stuff for? Well, they keep sending them stuff for, folks, so that they can get that on the books before the end of the quarter. And stuff that
I was just going to add, I think Under Armour had something about that going on when they came out, right? Whatever's going on with Under Armour right now, it has something to do with that. How are you reporting sales versus when it's just literally, it's not even that it's not a sale. It's actually something that's building up your inventory surplus. That's a big problem, man, that you're eventually not going to just have to take the sale off. Then you're just going to have to write off that surplus of inventory as you try and take it off your balance sheet, because it's not an asset when you can't sell it.
That's right. And one of the targets give us the correct what that's called, stuffing the channel. There you go. That's where you see some of the biggest frauds, folks, okay? Because then all of a sudden it's like, oh, the channel has hundreds of millions of products that they haven't sold that's on the books as being sold,
Yeah.
So
you got to read that fine print, man.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
This gold contract wants to go, folks. This is going to be interesting watching this. It's teetering right now. You got the baby up almost $30. But you are pushing on the front end, the top end of this, and you still get the juice behind it. So this is going to be a pretty wild. This is early in the day for this to basically go. We have the swing high of 1787, and what I'd like to see, it doesn't matter whether it stops before it, but this does have the volume to blow this whole thing away today. Look, we're at 158,000 already. I have to change the contracts to see exactly what we had going all the way back to the 14th. But if we do this another way, watch, we can do it with the GLD. And this gives you an idea of what you're trying to take off. Okay.
That's the GDX. Do you want GDX or GLD?
I know, GLD. Thank you. GLD. Okay, so we bang this out. And, okay, so watch how this goes. So the GLD is already above it. And that's because of the aspect of the fee structure inside the GLD. That being said, that's 10 million, and that's 17 million. Okay, this is going to fly. We need 17 million, and you're already at 4. So, what time is it? 10:20, right? Yeah. So this volume keeps up. There's going to be a monster ABC up. It's going to be we have the ABC up. Oh, this would be another one. Interesting. Yeah, it would be. That'd be another one inside the GLD. So that'd be 164.42, 136, 46, 56, 66. What did I say? It's $32. $32. Oh, no, 64. $28, right? Yeah. 36, 46, 56. Yeah, $32. That gets you 188.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's saying if the GLD is 188, bottom line is that you are going to see the gold contract make that run to 1821.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, so pretty wild, man. Let's go to Amazon and see what that King Dog is doing out here. Oh, look at this, right next to the highs, man.
Talk about a rocket ship, man.
Yeah, totally. So the highs at 27.72. No, 27.22.
Yeah.
26.92.
Those big tech stocks, man.
Yes.
This COVID, no matter what, accelerated. Microsoft's up almost $2 plus since just shooting straight up out of the gate, man, today.
Strong. Yeah, big time, man. 198.52. We've hit 198.33. Yeah.
And Apple, of course, same deal, man. Just right up there.
Apple, my God. Apple must know.
Sometimes it seems too.
I'm close to buying an Apple phone. It's close.
I heard. I know. Exciting times. I, an Apple fan. I'm waiting for the 5G, man. I'm waiting for that 5G.
I'm thinking I got to wait for the 5G anyway.
You probably should. Yeah. Because, nowadays, I have friends that get the newest version of the iPhone every time it comes out, right? They trade in the old one. There's a bunch of people like that. I'm sure we all know somebody in our life that needs the newest Apple phone, whatever they come out. But realistically, man, you don't need that. 2 years, 3 years, even longer, right? And so if you're going to get a new phone, 5G is going to begin to roll out.
Gonna have to.
Why not?
2 or 3 months more. Dow Industrials right now up 39, Nasdaq up 36, S&P's up 32, gold's up $25. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 20, Nasdaq's up 42, S&Ps are up 32. And if we do go over, we got the housing numbers in here this morning, folks, from previously owned U.S. homes. That fell to the lowest since 2010. You know, Tom, when you look at this, it's pretty intriguing because you want to read these closely, folks, in general, not only just whether they're going up or down, but what's happening with the housing prices. And you'll see closing transactions decreased by 9.7% from the prior month to an annualized pace of 3.91 million. Now, this is previously owned homes, not new homes, okay?
Yes.
That's the third straight monthly decline and reflects the worst of the pandemic-related downturn in residential real estate. Now, as you go through this, watch this. The group's report showed the median home price increased 2.3% from a year earlier to $284,000. Now, what's amazing about that number, folks, okay, that's a very... to me, that seems like a very high number. I mean, I think it's real. I'm not saying that, but when you take about all the housing in the United States, right, and say that the median is $284,000, it's like, wow, man, that's a lot. You know, of course, because we got Boston, you get San Fran, you get all these places that, you know, you're talking about medium sales prices that are $700,000 or $800,000, and if you take a look at this, what you really want to wrap your head around is this. Is that price increase of 2.3%, if you wonder why so much wealth is made in real estate, well, the 2.3% is on the price of the house, not on the price that the money that you've just leveraged. So let's just say if you even had a third down, right? The bottom line is that you have a third down, and on your money, you'd make what? That's times 3, right? So that's almost 7% in a year.
Well, so here's
on a big number,
let's
right?
go for. I was just going to say, let's say it's about 300,000, right? We're at 284.6. At 300,000, putting down 20%, you're putting down $60,000, right?
Right.
But if you have a $300,000 house, every percent that it goes up is going to be 3,000. So even if you get a 2 to 3% jump, you're getting a $6,000 to $9,000 appreciation in the equity of your home.
Right.
You put down 60,000.
Yeah.
Not to mention you're paying off at least a portion of that equity that you're accruing throughout that year as well.
And then you're writing off your taxes and interest.
And then you're writing off the interest.
And if it's an investment property, you're writing off depreciation, which is a monster.
Yep.
Writing off the depreciation,
Just ask
folks,
the president
is the wildest thing inside the real estate market. Because it's like you're writing it down every year as it's going up, and you're collecting cash. I mean, it's like
cash flow. Yeah, it's enormous in terms of because the depreciation is not a decrease in cash flow. That's why it's so over the top, right? But guess what, though? It does make sense in terms of 20 or 30 years down the road.
Yes,
that's going to be a completely dilapidated old house that if you don't just completely gut it in 20 or 30 years, you're going to have to tear it down and do it. So it does, but man, oh man, in the short term, if you can keep things going well enough, taxes, not even getting political, man. That's why you have a president that doesn't pay taxes on many times. That depreciation, when you take that amount of losses into your consideration, it's staggering. As most people know in that market, man, it's a huge perk of it.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. 877-927-6648. We get over to that S&P. This S&P is having a hard time holding price, folks, and you can absolutely see why. Because the aspect of that sell down on Friday afternoon, let me tell you, was quite a sell down. There's no two ways about it, and we're right at it. I mean, we got up to, if I bring this across here, you're right at what's that? That's if I'm at 10-minute chart. That's at 5 minutes of 10 minutes of 4 rather. It's just laying right there. Yeah. No doubt. And if we go inside the NDX 100 and take a look at the strength, we got here. You got what is this? So this is Splunk. That's up good. That's up 4%. You got Zoom up 3.75. DocuSign is up 3.4 rather. And Synopsys is up 3.3. Taken away from it. Net Appliance is down 4%. You got Regeneron off 3.7, BioMarin's off 3.2, and Gilead's off 2.9. Let's go to our man Jim in Palm Harbor. Hey Jim, how you doing, man?
I'm doing very well, Tom. I bought NEM calls when gold had a good move Thursday, Friday. Looks like we've hit a double top at that 50, 59, and we've backed off a point. almost with 59.88 and 59.89 double top over the last 8-9 days, and now I'm really perplexed where we go from here because we've backed off $1.20.
So let me look at this. So you're saying that the double top that you're looking at is what the 59.88 and 59.89. Yeah, so I see what you're looking at. So would you really, well, most times like tops have to be the top, Jim, and this is not the top. Do you know what I mean? The high of this consolidation is 69. What that is that you came back to the breakout area from the 9th of April, and the bottom line is that you came back there, with lighter volume, rejected it. Now what you're doing is that you're going into this bar here this morning, and let's see. So we'll see whether it's going to do 15 million. It has a shot of doing 15 million today. I mean, because you're at 3.2 right now. Now, what has happened when Tommy and I were on the air last week, when gold stopped moving, also, the bottom line is that it died in the vine in the afternoon. So this has to get broken. There's no two ways about that, meaning that 59.88, and we hit 58.989 out here today, folks, okay, which is pretty wild. But I like how the whole deal is trading, and we'll see whether it can make the break. I mean, the bottom line is that if we go over to the gold contract again, you're going to see that they just love, I mean, it got up to the very top of it, gave it up again. We just went from 1779 down to 1772. That's how it trades, though. That's the reality.
Which really isn't much at all. I did close out the calls at a nice profit. I'm just looking to see it, and I'll just probably look at that. I'm looking at that 9 EMA below it. Might go back and enter again because it was a July 2nd call. So I had room, but I wanted to take the profit. It was
that's good. It's always good taking a profit, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all, man. Cooking, brother.
You guys have a good one. Thanks.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Thanks, man. Yeah, especially in a market that's this quick, man. If you don't take any profits, I mean, we went over it in the S&P. I mean, you're dealing with, I mean, we talked about it, right? We got up to a level of 29.59 by the end of April, man. So if you were just hanging out, not able to take any profits, you're within almost 100 S&P points of where you are. Meanwhile, we've had swings of 500, 600 points in both directions.
Pretty amazing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and now what you have, let's see, so you're on June 22nd, so we got... the next thing we're going to be talking about, folks, is July 4th weekend. And I guess that's right. 2 weeks. That's not this weekend, that's next weekend. So the market, that'll dull down around there. But I can tell you, I've seen some of the biggest moves in the middle of July. And they can get nasty. That's when we've had some big blow-ups, folks. And the blow-ups that have happened like that normally happen, well, they've happened overseas first and then come back and haunt us on this side of the ocean. Dow Industrials right now up 17, Nasdaq up 35, S&P's up 29. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow flat. NASDAQ is up 39. S&Ps are up 28. And let's go take a look at silver, Tom, for one of the tigers out here. So silver still needs a bid, folks. Bottom line out here is that it's caught up tremendously. There's no two ways about that. And, you know, we'll see whether it can basically hold price out here today and get some juice behind it. You get 49,000 contracts traded. Which is good contract volume. You push Friday with 64,000, but it's going to need more. It's going to need, well, it could do it, actually. You need up to like 90,000, 100,000 pushing into these last two swing points. You can see the swing point from the 10th and the 11th. We had that 90, 100,000. It still couldn't break topside. So right now, those bulls and bears are fighting big time inside of that market.
You know, it'll be interesting to see in terms of, so we're off next Friday, which is going to be here before we know it, man. Next week, we have a 4-day week. So by the time we get into the week, we got 4 days. We'll have a long weekend. We come back on July 6th, okay? And then you have 4 weeks exactly after July 4th until the CARES Act runs out. And it's really going to be interesting to see how we talk about stimulus as you have cases spiking. We just had the highest number of cases nationwide on record, Florida on record. And if those payments run out and you have that discourse going on as cases are spiking and you have Apple stores closing down, I know restaurants in St. Pete closed down, those things persisting, man, I'm interested to see how the market is going to react as you might start seeing those types of payments to people going by the wayside as the numbers are still high, preventing the economy from, even if places are open back up, just preventing from the economy of being anywhere near 100% or even close.
Going. Right, it's
exactly.
The cash flow going. The thing that's amazing, it's hard to comprehend that it's June 22nd, man. I mean,
it is. That's why I was just looking, you know.
Friday, this is cool. So that's the long weekend, even though July 4th's on a Monday, right? Is that
July 4th's on a Saturday. We
so this is the ultimate for us. Yeah,
we
Friday,
get off
Saturday, Sunday. Cool.
You got it. We get off Friday the 3rd. The 4th is July the 4th. Gotta love it. July 4th on a Saturday, man.
So that means that, you know, realistically, you got 8 trading days counting today, because this thing will get slow, right?
Yes.
Thursday and Friday. Thursday,
I completely agree.
Thursday is going to be like the normal Friday. Yeah.
The only reason I say it might not is just because of exactly what I talked about right now, man, that the market's going to figure out, like, hold on a second, we're going to come back and it's going to be July 6th. I imagine that the way things are going, unfortunately, July 4th is going to be a big weekend of people congregating, right? So that everybody's going to come back on July 6th. Cases may still be spiking. Hopefully they're not. And hopefully the death rate continues to stay down. That's what's going to be interesting here. We've seen some spikes. You've seen some hospitalizations rise. But in general, we haven't seen the same spike in deaths. Maybe that's better care. Maybe that's some type of resistance. But deaths lag cases. So that'll be the tough part here, man. Yeah. As time goes, hopefully that doesn't continue. But just bringing it back to the market, July 6th, we're going to come back. That's going to be here before we know it. And the CARES Act runs out at the end of July and cases are spiking. The market might start saying, hold on, maybe the S&P shouldn't be floating at around 3,100. If all the fiscal stimulus is going to run out, if we're going to have a political battle, which it seems like we might, on what the details of that next stimulus package are, and the cases are at records.
No doubt. Yeah. I can't wait to go to Tampa to get my fireworks. What happens in Florida, folks, like I'm in Pinellas County, and so Pinellas County don't have the real fireworks, and Tommy's in Hillsborough County, and they get the real fireworks. And they got these cannons you put in, right? And you just put these balls in. This is like the real thing. These rockets go up so far. And it's freaking awesome that they sell them. Blows my mind, actually.
Hey, just be safe out there in the same record.
Totally.
Exactly.
Let's go to John in Philly. Hey, John, what's going on, brother?
Good morning, Tom and Tommy.
I think I've been sending you some of those rockets.
Both of you are doing well?
Yes, we are.
Doing well, man.
Thank you.
How are you?
Very good, thanks. Tom, thank you for taking the previous caller's topic of Newmont mining and going over the gold contract just prior to that. Could I ask you a very specific question regarding that gold contract?
Yes.
Yeah, first, just an observation. Back June 5th, that was a Friday, that was a jobs report. On that jobs report, gold got slammed but bottomed that very day. That happened to be a full moon day. Whether these astro cycles actually are dictating things or not, of course, I don't know, but I do observe that. Then I observed the following. We've just made a high here thus far, 1779, on that August gold contract.
Right.
That is still below that 1788 high back, I think that was like April 14th or so.
Yes.
And Friday, Monday, this time period, this was a new moon, a solar eclipse, and the summer solstice. So another astro cycle. My question, given all these observations, is what price, or what must price do? Like, what level must it break for you to say, oh goodness, 1779 just 30 minutes ago is a tradable top?
Yeah, I'm not even close to that, meaning 1779 is a tradable top, because you have two different things happening. The larger portion, and that's what I always stay with in gold, is that it's confirmed ABC structure up to 1821 to 1825. The one today is that we just took out the B point of 1754, and we're going to have the volume. So we're already 168 million. You need 205 million contracts. So that ABC structure there, John, gets you 1801. So it looks to me that, we're going to bust it. The real question is that if we get to 1801, then do we close above that 1789? And we don't have to get to 1801 today, but you know what I'm saying? That it has the juice. So it looks to me like it wants to go. And if, in fact, if we close, like, let's say we close the 130 session, like right even where we are right now, but we see that volume go to like 225, that would tell me that we're going to jump the creek tomorrow. Because then you're pushing on this highs with monster volume. And if we go over to the GLD is already saying that, you get a confirmed ABC structure up. The differential is, and that's why you don't, I use the GLD to see what the volume characteristic, but you can't use the price, because what happens to the GLD is that the fee structure is in it, so the prices keep changing, meaning that every time, like the GLD, folks, right now is trading at 165, and you can see you get a expense ratio of 0.4% over the last 20 years, and you can see why that the GLD price-wise doesn't keep up with, instead of 165, the GLD, if there wasn't fees involved, should be up at 172. So
great. I appreciate you sharing those parameters. That's real helpful to me. Let me lastly just ask, what would you speculate? What would it say to you if, a big if, of course, if in fact price pulls back and trades back under that 1754-55 area in the next day or two? Would that tell you anything in particular?
As long as if we fail on price again, then what's going to happen is that it's going to be very tough to actually get into those lower bars, with real juice. I mean, you can get down to 1733 pretty easy. Again, if it fails, but.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Okay, brother. Have a great one, man.
Thanks, John.
Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that will take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Right now down 40, Nasdaq up 30, S&P's up 25. Slammer-jammer in the gold market, Tom. They just took it down $10.
Quick action, man.
We just went from 1777, folks, as John was asking. Do you think 1779 is the top? To 1767. We're still up $14, but hey, bottom line, they love doing that to the gold market. I mean, this is like a if you're trading in the gold contract on a short-term basis, God bless you, folks, because it's almost, gold trades like this a lot, at highs and at lows. But you can see this move, man. That is quite a move, right?
Seriously, in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Like nothing. That being said, guess what? All it's going to do is it's going to have more volume. You got into a high. You're going to have volume into the high. If it gives it up in price, you wait a few more days, and it's going to go right back up there. So,
hey, how about, not to get totally political too much, but it's interesting. So you have the Supreme Court out here today. They talk about setting limits on the SEC's power to recover ill-gotten gains. Disgorgement, I believe, is the term they're talking about here.
Really?
So an 8-to-1 ruling, and they placed limits on the SEC's practice of forcing defendants to surrender profits obtained through fraud as part of its enforcement of investor protection laws in federal courts, but stopped short of disallowing such action. So that playing in here, it just made me to think about SEC. You have the SEC chairman, Clayton. So he is nominated for the U.S. attorney in the Southern District of New York. That all played out Friday night, of course, right?
Yeah.
That attorney getting pushed out. We haven't really talked about that. It hasn't come in. But it'd be interesting to see how the SEC, not that it gets brought into this, right? But you have the chair of the SEC that's basically now embroiled in a political fight. I read a lot of articles this weekend saying that they don't think, and I say they as in generally, people maybe think that he wouldn't have taken that job as that attorney if he had known what was coming, man. Interesting stuff. Totally. We'll see how.
Stay right there, folks. Think of some coming up next. Thanks.